Hari Gaur. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we have finished the 14th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. Krishna is speaking about the three modes of nature. Today we begin with chapter 15, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. Purushottam Yoga, it's called, this chapter. Many devotees during the month of Purushottam, they will daily recite this chapter, the Yoga of the Supreme Person.
Which month?
Purushottam month. It comes once every 2-3 years. It's called Adhik Mas. Don't know if you
Oh,
have Adhik Mas. It comes every 2 to 3 years to, because there's a difference between lunar and solar calendars, right? So
okay.
to, to kind of catch up with the difference, there is this.
Mhm.
And it's very auspicious month. Krishna is he himself. Purushottam month is called because he himself is the ruler of this month, the deity of this month. Very auspicious month. Um, and people undertake a lot of devotional activities in this month. Material activities are avoided.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like something like Kartik month,
Okay.
like how you get many times fold the result of any pious activity or spiritual activity.
Mm.
So, you know, the but in Purushottam month, even the sinful reactions are nullified. So it's really a merciful month.
Mm.
So anyway, we are going to start with this chapter where Krishna is speaking about this material world. He compares to a tree, an upside down tree. This material world. It's a reflection of the spiritual world. The realities in the spiritual world.
Mm.
This material world is a reflection.
Mm.
Just like we see the reflection of a tree on the bank of the river. Right? We see the reflection of the tree in the bank of the river, so the roots are upwards, the branches are downwards. That's the reflection. The reflection exists because the real tree exists. So this material world exists. It's a reflection of the spiritual world. Okay, let's go into text-wise. Please read.
Okay. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Urdhav Mulam Adah Shakham Ashwatham Prahur Avyayam Chandamsi Yasya Pranani Yastam Veda Sa Vedavit. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. After the discussion of the importance of Bhakti Yoga, one may question, what about the Vedas? It is explained in this chapter that the purpose of Vedic study is to understand Krishna. Therefore, one who is in Krishna consciousness, who is engaged in devotional service, already knows the Vedas. The entanglement of this material world is compared here to a banyan tree. For one who is engaged in fruitive activities, there is no end to the banyan tree. He wanders from one branch to another, to another, to another. The tree of this material world has no end, and for one who is attached to this tree, there is no possibility of liberation. The Vedic hymns meant for elevating oneself are called the leaves of this tree. This tree's roots grow upward because they begin from where Brahma is located, the topmost planet of this universe. If one can understand this indestructible tree of illusion, then one can get out of it. This process of extrication should be understood. In the previous chapters, it has been explained that there are many processes by which to get out of the material entanglement, and up to the 13th chapter, We have seen that devotional service to the Supreme Lord is the best way. Now, the basic principle of devotional service is detachment from material activities and attachment to the transcendental service of the Lord. The process of breaking attachment The process of breaking attachment to the material world is discussed in the beginning of this chapter. The root of this material existence grows upward. This means that it begins from the total material substance. This means that it begins from the total material substance from the topmost planet of the universe. From there, the whole universe is expanded with so many branches representing the various planetary systems. The fruits represent the results of the living entities' activities, namely religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. Now, there is no ready experience in this world of a tree situated with its branches down and its roots upward, but there is such a thing. That tree can be found beside a reservoir of water. We can see that the trees on the bank reflect upon the water with their branches down and roots up. In other words, the tree of this material world is only a reflection of the real tree of the spiritual world. This reflection of the spiritual world is situated on desire, just as a tree's reflection is situated on water. Desire is the cause of things being situated in this reflected material light. One who wants to get out of this material existence must know this tree thoroughly through analytical study. Then he can cut off his relationship with it. This tree, being the reflection of the real tree, is an exact replica. Everything is there in the spiritual world. The impersonalists take Brahman to be the root of this material tree. And from the root, according to Sankhya philosophy, come Prakriti Purush, then the three gunas, then the five gross elements, Pancha Mahabhut, then the 10 senses, the Shendriya, mind, etc. In this way, they divide up the whole material world into 24 elements. If Brahman is the center of all manifestations, then this material world is a manifestation of the center by 180 degrees, and the other 180 degrees constitute the spiritual world. The material world is the perverted reflection, so the spiritual world must have the same variegatedness. But in reality, the Prakriti is the external energy of the Supreme Lord, and the Purusha is the Supreme Lord Himself, and that is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Since this manifestation is material, it is temporary. A reflection is temporary, for it is sometimes seen and sometimes not seen. But the origin from whence the reflection is reflected is eternal. The material reflection of the real tree has to be cut off. When it is said that a person knows the Vedas, it is assumed that he knows how to cut off attachment to this material world. If one knows that process, he actually knows the Vedas. One who is attracted by the ritualistic formulas of the Vedas is attracted by the beautiful green leaves of the tree. He does not exactly know the purpose of the Vedas. The purpose of the Vedas, as disclosed by the personality of Godhead Himself, is to cut down this reflected tree and attain the real tree of the spiritual world.
Okay, so that purpose, Prabhupada has explained it so nicely. Let's go now deep
Mm.
into the purpose. So, reflection. So, this imperishable banyan tree, Lord Krishna is saying, roots are upwards and branches are down. And what are the leaves?
Mm.
Vedas.
The Vedic hymns, yeah, the mantras in the Vedas. That is the leaves. So, one who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Krishna says in this chapter, we are going to read ahead. Krishna says, Vedascha sarvar aham eva vedya. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. So, Vedas are there for us to understand Krishna. That's the goal of the Vedas. So, one who is engaged in devotional service, one who is Krishna conscious, means he has studied and understood the Vedas. Okay, now the entanglement of this material world. banyan tree. I don't know if you'll have seen like really big banyan tree, really thick. The trunk is so thick, and then there are these branches spreading everywhere. And then there is this roots that are coming also.
Banyan tree in Hindi is people, right, Mataji?
People, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
people.
I have seen.
You have seen, right? They're
No,
big.
banyan is people tree.
Hmm?
I think
Yeah,
in India it's very common then.
yeah, very
Yeah.
Yeah.
common. It's
Mm.
prayed, no? In India, many people pray to
Yeah.
the worship the banyan tree also. So now, engaged in fruitive activity, one who is engaged in fruitive activity wanders from one branch to another. Means we are going in this material world, just staying in this material world. We have some desire. Based on that desire, we do some activity. Because of that activity, we get some reaction. And then, because we have to either suffer or enjoy that reaction, we continue remaining in the material world. Like that, go on and on and on and on since time immemorial. This is what we are doing, wandering about this material world. So, here Prabhupada is mentioning Vedic hymns are meant for elevating oneself. So, in the Vedas, there is a gradual progression that is mentioned. That you do these rituals. By the rituals, you'll go to the heavenly planets, enjoy them more, and then one may come to the understanding that, oh, I'm enjoying so much, yet there is no satisfaction, there is no bliss. So then one may lean towards liberation. So the Vedas offer a very, very gradual progression towards liberation. But what's the danger is that one may get distracted. One may completely forget that the goal is liberation and just get so caught up in going up to heavenly planets, enjoying, then coming back to the earth again, creating new karma, or sometimes going an animal life. We may just get caught up in there. So that's what we have been doing. Since time immemorial, we are here in this material world. Then Prabhupada is saying the roots grow upward, they begin from where Brahma is located. So Lord Brahma, his planet, is the highest planet inside the material universe. So Lord Brahma's planet is also in the material world. Yeah.
Oh, this is
Beginning from
shocking
there.
to me.
Hmm? I'm
This is
sorry.
shocking to me.
Huh? I'm sorry.
Actually, this is shocking to me. I didn't
Talking
know
to
that.
you. Ah,
Yeah, like Lord Brahma is also in material world. Oh my God. Okay.
yeah, Lord Brahma is also in the material world. Lord Brahma is also a living entity. He's also a jiva. Like,
Oh.
yeah. Of course, he's very qualified to occupy the post of Lord Brahma. He's
Huh?
appointed by Krishna, but he is a living entity. And only rarely, like sometimes when there is no living entity, no soul to occupy the post of Brahma, then Krishna will incarnate and take the position as Lord Brahma. But generally, otherwise, Lord Brahma is a living entity. It's like, when we have to vote for the president or prime minister, then is a citizen of that country, right? For example, citizen of India. And because
Mm-hmm.
he's qualified, then he's put in that position of being a leader of that country. So Lord Brahma, he's qualified, but he's also a living entity.
That's why I think it is called like, and if we gradually elevate from mode of goodness and our soul is very pure, then we can attain the position of Lord Brahma.
Yes, that's
That's why, because he is, I am also a living entity and I want living entity. Unless the Brahma is a living entity, I cannot be like to the that position.
that's right. Yeah.
So can I say one more thing, Mataji, that Lord Shiva, how about Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva will become no, right? He's not the living entity
No.
because
Lord Shiva is not a living. He's not an ordinary. What he is living person, but he's not ordinary living entity. He is special category by himself. So how can we understand special category? He's not a jiva like us or like Brahma, but neither is he Vishnu Tattva, Lord Vishnu and his expansions. Those are Vishnu Tattva, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Lord Shiva is in a category by himself. Although he's coming from Lord Vishnu, origin of everyone is Lord Vishnu. All of us are coming from Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
But Lord Shiva is he's in his own tattva.
Okay.
So Lord Brahma explains that just like yogurt is coming from milk, we
Mm, mm,
take milk, we mix it with some acid, it becomes yogurt.
mm.
But now that we already have yogurt, can you make it into milk again?
No.
No. So that's the position of Lord Shiva. He is coming from Lord Vishnu, but he cannot become Lord Vishnu again. He is a tattva by himself. He's
Mm.
not an ordinary living entity. No, he's very special, Lord Shiva. Great personality. Yeah. Great personality, but he's not Vishnu tattva. He's not Lord Vishnu.
Yeah, got it, Mataji. Got it.
Okay.
And somewhere, just to add one thing, I somewhere in the lecture I heard that because uh, Krishna is such a Chit Anand, he's always in a happy mode. But like for the Shiva, uh, the little impurity is added, and that impurity is kind of anger. Krishna cannot be like seen in the anger. I mean, impurity, it is considered as an anger. That's why Shiva is another form of Krishna in the anger mode. Then only he can kill the people. हम लोगों को मार सकते हैं, नहीं तो फिर मारना दिक्कत हो जाता है कृष्णा को, इसलिए शिवा का फॉर्मेशन बना, आई थिंक
Yeah.
सो.
Yeah, because Lord Shiva is one of the guna avatar, right?
हाँ हाँ.
He's in charge of low mode of ignorance. He's incarnation of Krishna. The guna avatars, mm, they're also incarnation of Krishna. So yeah, so Lord Shiva, great personality. So
And
then,
one more thing, Mataji.
mm,
In this line, the material, the last paragraph,
mm,
in the middle, the word called varietate tendons. The material world is the perverted reflection. So the spiritual world must have same vari variegated. What is the meaning?
variegatedness.
Yeah. What
Oh,
is the
you
meaning
jumped
of?
ahead. You jumped ahead, is it?
Yes. No.
Okay.
In the same pulpit
Yeah.
text.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Here
Because
only
I
one
was
second.
going with paragraph wise. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So we are seeing variety in the material world,
Mm.
right? Isn't there
Yeah, yeah,
variety? There's different types of animals, different types of fish, different birds, flowers, trees, human beings. Yes, a lot of
yeah,
variety, right?
yeah.
Now, the material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. So, will there be variety in the spiritual world or no?
It must be.
It must be. That's what it is writing.
Uh,
That spiritual world also must have the variety because some people think spiritual world have nothing, only light, empty, nothing there, no one there, nothing to do. But no,
okay. From
because
the
the
very
reality is the spiritual world. I'm sorry.
nothing. Please continue.
No, you're saying something.
या वैरायटी से मुझे एक चीज याद आया कि एक क्वेश्चन भी, वेयर डज द फोर हैंड चतुर्भुज ब्रह्मा फिर कहाँ पे आते हैं? वो लिविंग एंटिटी में आते हैं या फिर वो इसके ऊपर चले जाते हैं? चतुर्भुज ब्रह्मा, जिन जो चार भुजाओं वाले ब्रह्मा हैं।
ब्रह्मा लिविंग एंटिटी है, वो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में रहते हैं।
Oh, even I heard that there are two kind of Brahma. One is the Brahma like normal what we have, like we have seen, and there is one more Brahma with the four hands, Chaturhud Brahma. Is I if I'm wrong informed or something, you can correct me, Mataji.
Well, Lord Brahma is a living entity, as I'm saying.
Uh-huh,
Sometimes when there
uh-huh.
is no, actually Lord Brahma is a post. It's not a person, it's a post. जैसे
Okay.
प्रेसिडेंट और प्राइम मिनिस्टर पोस्ट है, और
Mm-hmm.
जो भी क्वालिफाइड है उस पोस्ट पे रहने को, तो फिर वो अपॉइंट होते हैं वो पोस्ट पे। तो उनका नाम डिफरेंट है, पर ऑफ कोर्स उनका पोस्ट है प्रेसिडेंट और प्राइम मिनिस्टर। Similarly, Lord Brahma, Lord Indra, Lord Chandra, Lord Surya, these are all posts.
Mm-hmm.
Different living entities are appointed to that post. So specifically, if you're asking Chaturbhuj Brahma, I don't know about that. But Lord Brahma is generally a living entity in the material world because he is in charge of, he's the engineer of the material universe. Every universe have their own Brahma. There are many universes. Our universe is not the only universe.
I think there's
So,
also a story about once Brahmaji went to meet Krishna in Dwarka, and he was like so much arrogant that he told the people that tell Krishna that Char Bhuja Brahmaji has come. Right, so they went. He went. Mm. No, no, no. Actually, it is something.
four-headed,
Yeah,
four-headed Brahma.
four-headed.
Oh, sorry, four-headed.
Sorry,
Maybe
yeah.
I become wrong. Not four-handed,
So,
four-headed. Yeah.
so it
Four-headed.
is like this. Brahmaji said that okay, go and tell Krishna that Brahmaji has come. He will know that who is Brahma. Then Krishna obviously he knows. Then just to teach him a lesson, he said, "Which Brahma?"
Yeah. That's where my
Yeah.
question comes, Mataji. Like
Then
which Brahma? I remember this. Yeah.
like which Brahma? 1,000 head Brahma, 1 million headed Brahma, or
Oh,
hundreds-headed Brahma, or like four-headed Brahma? Because a different it is multiverse, right? There are million of Brahmas with n- like variations in the number of heads.
that I don't know.
Yeah,
Mm.
variation in the number of heads. So depending on the
Oh,
size of the universe,
huh?
the Brahma has that many heads. Our
Oh,
universe is the smallest universe, so our Brahma has only 4 heads.
oh,
There are
okay.
other universes inside the material world which are much bigger, and that's why, as Shinam said, some
Uh-huh.
Brahma have 10 heads, someone will have 100,000, 100,000, depending on the size of the universe.
Oh,
Uh,
and that's where I got confused,
all
Mataji.
are in the material world. All of this is inside the material world.
Oh, okay. Now my confusion is clear. Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
right, thank you. So then we can go. Okay, then. So, how to get out of this tree, right? How to get out of this tree. Prabhupada is saying principle is devotional service. How to engage in devotional service? Detachment from material activity, attachment to transcendental service of the Lord. Right? There's, you
Yes.
know, like engage in devotional service. So automatically, if one is engaged in devotional service, automatically that person is not engaged in material activity. Right?
Yes.
So detachment from this material world, breaking the attachment. To break the attachment to this material world. So that's why Krishna is giving us so much information so that we can break our attachment to this material world. Otherwise, we are very so attached. I want to enjoy the result of my activities. The result, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. We want to enjoy these results. But actually, we have to rise above this ordinary dharma, artha, kama, moksha. We have to come to the position of devotional service. So here then Prabhupada is explaining, of course, where is the upside down tree or perverted reflection of the tree in the water, because the real tree is there. So now the tree, reflection of the tree is situated on water. What is this material world situated on?
Brahman.
Oh, well, yes, it is there on the Brahman. Or let's put it this way. Why are we here in this material world?
Because we wanted to enjoy and we
That's,
envy Krishna.
that's right, yeah. So it's based on our desire. It's our
Hmm.
desire to be here. Yeah, that's why we are here, yeah, to enjoy separate from Krishna and our envy of Krishna. So because of that, we are here. So then we have to understand this and then get out of this material world. Okay. So impersonalists, of course, they think that there's nothing beyond the Brahman because they can't see anything beyond the Brahman. Just like when it's bright day, very bright day, sunshine is too bright, can't see the sun planet, can just only see the sunshine. So similarly, one may understand that there is only Brahman, nothing beyond the Brahman. But of course, the devotees understand that this Brahman, where is it coming from? From the body of Krishna. Just like the sunshine is coming from sun planet, we also have this LEDs. So then they're giving off light, but we need that LED there to get the light. Okay, Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy breaks down the material elements into 20. It breaks down what is this material world made up of. What are the 5 gross elements? Pancha Mahabhuta.
Jal, Agni, Vayu,
That's right. Agni, Vayu, what else?
Earth,
Yeah, earth.
fire.
Earth.
No, fire is already stored.
It is earth, water, fire, air, and
Yeah.
ether.
Ether. Okay.
These are the
What is
gross elements. Sky. Ether is
okay.
sky.
Okay.
So gross elements. Then 10 senses. What are the senses?
It's like eyes, nose, ears, skin,
Yeah,
and the sixth one.
yeah. The mouth. The,
Mouth. Yeah.
then we have the hands, legs, anus, genitals, right? So all these
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
senses are there,
Uh, uh,
like this. And then they're the sense objects. What are the eyes doing? They're seeing. What is the nose doing? Is smelling. So those are the objects. So like this, Sankhya philosophy breaks down this world into the elements. Uh, if we break it down, actually we are so attached to this material world, but if we break it down, what it is just only these elements that we are attached to. Our,
I have one question, Mataji.
mhm.
I, yeah, actually, initially only when we read the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 2 only, it says the Sankhya philosophy. This word comes, okay. Could you please explain in a little detailed way, like what exactly this Sankhya philosophy is? It just comes, but I cannot get a feeling of it.
To analyze, analytical study. That is Sankhya philosophy, analytical study. So analytical study of what? Of this material world. So then Sankhya is analyzing that what is this material world made up of? Ah, it's made up of this 5 gross elements we just said, right? Pancha Mahabhut.
Hmm.
Then it has made up of all the senses, the sense objects. Senses are the eyes, ears, nose. Sense objects, hearing, seeing, touching. Then we also have the mind, intelligence, false ego. So this is how Sankhya is analyzing
Hmm.
this material world, the elements of the material world. And then I'm coming to understand, oh, but I am not these things. So who am I? Oh, I am the soul. Like this, coming to the understanding of the soul. And then coming to understand, oh, then who's the creator of all these things? Ah, that's the super soul. Yeah. So gradually coming to the point of understanding, separating ourselves, understanding that we are not the body, we are the soul, and understanding that the super soul is in charge, it's the controller.
So basically, in Sankhya philosophy, soul and the super soul concept is not there
It is there.
in Sankhya philosophy.
It is there. It is there. Gradually it comes up to the point of soul and super soul. It
Then
is there. Understanding that we are separate from this material elements. Because what is the general what we think is, oh, I am the body.
mm-hmm.
We all think we are the body. But Sankhya philosophy is teaching us that, oh, we are not the body, we are the soul. And that there is a super soul. And we have to engage in the service of the super soul. So there's no difference actually between Sankhya philosophy and devotional service. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the
Uh-huh.
Sankhya philosophy is taught in more detail. Lord Kapila Dev, he is the original speaker of this philosophy. And he speaks more about this. In Bhagavad Gita, it is just mentioned very brief.
Okay. So basically, Sankhya philosophy is not that different than the Bhagavad Gita or Bhakti Yoga.
No,
Oh, okay. Okay. So maybe I got misunderstood. मुझे लगता था कि संख्या फिलोसफी डिफरेंट है जो हम फिलोसफी पढ़ रहे हैं.
no, it's the same.
Okay.
There is an
Okay.
atheistic Kapila who tried to who propagated another Sankhya philosophy, but that is not what is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. ओके ओके शायद मैं एथिस्ट वाला माइंड में इन्वाइव हो गया होगा इसलिए मुझे कंफ्यूजन होती थी बार बार ओके महाराज नाउ आई अंडरस्टूड
Okay,
थैंक
so then going on, material world is temporary. Krishna already said earlier, this material world is his external energy, belongs to him. He's the Purusha, the controller. So the reflection is temporary, right? Our reflection in the mirror is temporary. Sometimes it's there, sometimes not there. But we are there. We are existing, right? Sorry. So the spiritual reality exists eternally. So what we have to cut down is our attachment to this reflection, attachment to the material world. This is what and one who knows how to cut the attachment to the material world, he knows the Vedas. So one may know a lot of Vedic mantras, one may chant the Vedic mantras very beautifully, one may have very good knowledge of grammar, of Sanskrit. But if one does not understand, oh, but the goal is actually to go back home, back to Godhead, to revive our love of Krishna, then all that study is of no use, because we have to come to the point to understand Krishna. That is the goal of the Vedas. That's the purpose of the Vedas. Yeah. Is to cut down this reflected tree, cut our attachment to this material world and go to the spiritual world. So that's why Krishna is giving us this knowledge so that we can understand that this material world is not the reality. The reality is the spiritual world. We are not the body, we are spirit souls. But because of our desire to be here in the material world, we are still here. So we have to give up this attachment. How to do that? Get attached to the devotees.
Very well. Very
Get it.
nice.
It's what Lord Kapila Dev says that in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's called Kapila Shiksha. He's giving instructions to his mother Devahuti. So he's telling her, get attached to the devotee, because devotee is attached to Krishna. So that's how we can give up the attachment to this material world. Yeah. We are going to hear more when we read tomorrow. So we'll stop here. Any other comments or questions?
From me.
Anyone? Okay, if not, then stop here. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.